Travel. Retirement travel has a special attraction to it. Americans love to travel. The country is large, safe, and geographically and culturally diverse, with a fine interstate system facilitating ground travel and convenient air and rail transportation systems. Foreign and overseas travel attracts millions of American tourists, not just to Europe but also to the Middle East, Africa, South and Central America, the Caribbean, Southeast Asia, and other destinations worldwide. While still employed full-time, Americans use holiday periods and vacation time for domestic and foreign travel. But working Americans don't generally have the time or liberty for the more leisurely and extensive travel that retirees can pursue. And so many Americans look forward to retirement to pursue their travel dreams. Retirement travel, though, can raise some significant issues, best addressed well in advance. Consider some of those issues in this chapter. Transportation. A first issue with retirement travel involves choosing which type of travel adventure to pursue. Retirees can have more, not necessarily fewer, travel options. Indeed, the world is pretty much your oyster when you're retired. The options begin with choosing your transportation among airlines, cruise ships, rail systems, bus lines, motorhome, one's own ordinary motor vehicle, or even motorcycle, sailboat, motorboat, or bicycle. How you get to your destination can be not only a big part of travel costs, but also a big part of the travel experience. Indeed, some forms of travel transportation, like renting a trawler to ply the Caribbean, a houseboat to tour Tennessee lakes, or a motorhome for a trip out west, are the focus and main point of the trip. Decide whether your mode of travel is important to your travel dream. Accommodations. Trip accommodations also vary and can make a big difference in the nature and quality of your retirement travel experience. Accommodations can include any one or a combination of simple hotels, elaborate resorts, hostels, bed and breakfasts, home rentals, tents and camping, and staying with relatives or friends. Destination travel to a 5-star all-inclusive resort is one thing. Road trip travel to multiple sites, with accommodations in roadside hotels or at roadside campgrounds, is quite another thing. Accommodations as part of the transportation are another option, such as on a cruise ship, in a motorhome, or on a cross-country sleeper train. The cost of accommodations can be the biggest cost of retirement travel, especially for longer, more leisurely trips, making low-budget options like home swaps, camping, and staying with family or friends an attractive option. Balance the cost of accommodations against the quality of accommodations and the experience that accompanies the various accommodation choices. Activities. Travel activities also vary widely, making a big difference in the nature and quality of your retirement travel experience. Some retirees travel specifically for the special activities available at their destination, whether whitewater rafting, canoeing famous rivers, deep-sea fishing, skiing special mountain resorts, going on safaris, or visiting famous art galleries and museums. Some retirees travel to destinations offering special recreations like horseback riding, fishing, hunting, shopping, dancing, volunteer or missionary work, water sports, birdwatching, or attending musical, theater, or sporting events. Other retirees travel to special destinations simply for leisure activities like sunbathing and eating and drinking. And still other retirees travel with adult children and grandchildren for family recreations like water parks and theme parks. Consider what combination of activities in which you would like to engage in your retirement travel. Destinations. Destinations, though, vary more widely than any other variable in retirement travel, given your worldwide choices. Choosing destinations depends on your interests and affinities. Your retirement travel may simply involve frequent and extended trips to visit your adult children wherever they may live. Retirees also sometimes travel to see and learn about their ancestral homes, visit ancient grave sites, and maybe even meet distant relatives they'd never met or even known about before. Retirees also travel to exotic places they'd long dreamed of visiting, including barely accessible places as much as halfway around the world. But retirees also travel to common and popular destinations, such as Jerusalem, out of religious interests and commitment, Tokyo for the distinct culture and fascinating city life, London and Athens for the history, and Paris to visit the Louvre. Retirees also choose destinations to see rare and beautiful geography, such as Alaska's glaciers and Iceland's geysers, and rare and magnificent flora and fauna, such as Tanzania's Lake Natron flamingos. Dream deeply of your favorite retirement travel destination and plan accordingly. Goals. A good way to help you choose your travel transportation, accommodations, destination, and activities among the endless options is to consider your travel goals. Retirees travel for different reasons and with different ideas of what they wish their travels to accomplish. For some retirees, travel is indeed to satisfy a long-held dream. But other retirees don't dream of exotic travel destinations. They instead long to travel to visit adult children and grandchildren at their distant homes, to hold new babies, meet new spouses, and support grandchildren at competitions, performances, and graduations. Other retirees travel for mission and ministry, whether using their medical, nursing, dentistry, engineering, construction, cooking, musical, evangelism, or other skills. Other retirees travel for education and enrichment, learning about and enjoying the arts, theater, sciences, history, and culture. And some retirees travel simply for the pleasures. Reflect over your retirement travel goals to help you discern and book the trips you should take in all their transportation, accommodation, activity, and destination details. Budget. Retirement travel can be an especially important thing for which to budget. Travel may have been your retirement dream, but if you haven't funded that dream, then a dream, not a reality, may be what it remains. Travel can be expensive, much more expensive than simply maintaining your lifestyle at home. Everything is more expensive when on the road. And while you're on the road, you must still maintain your home. Retirement travel can increase your monthly costs in retirement by multiples. That's why it's wise to have a separate travel budget and stick to it. It's hard to come up with a travel budget without knowing your travel plans, because travel expenses can vary so widely. So early on, well before you retire, try making some tentative retirement travel plans. Then, estimate the cost of those plans. Then, work on funding the budget for those plans. That way, when you retire, you should have the money in place to pay for your retirement travel dreams. Booking. Booking your retirement travel can be a subject all its own. First, when you book your retirement travel can greatly affect its cost. If you have a limited travel budget, then consider booking during the off-season, when transportation and accommodations may be a fraction of the high-season cost. Booking early may also save on costs and assure your preferred transportation, accommodations, and activities. But if you book early, do so with a cancellation option or insurance. The earlier you book, the greater the likelihood of something interfering with your travel plans. Also, ensure that when you book your retirement travel plans, you are doing so with reputable travel providers. Don't pay any reservation or other fees to providers unless you are sure that they are experienced, reliable, and reputable. Good for a refund if events intervene and they are unable to make good on the booking. Read booking contract terms carefully while trying to ensure a full or nearly full refund in the event of war, skirmish, natural disaster, pandemic, or other interruption of travel. For foreign travel, ensure that your passport will remain current throughout the duration of your travel and obtain any visa or other documents that may be necessary. Health. Keep track of your health and health risks during retirement travel. Bring all the medications that you may need, unless law and customs inspections prohibit you from doing so. Check with your supplemental health insurer for health care coverage during travel. You may have a separate insurance card to show for travel coverage. If you have a serious health condition, check with your doctor before traveling to ensure that your travel is reasonably safe in your condition. Inquire of travel agents and accommodations representatives as to what to watch for locally to avoid transmissible disease, including things like the safety of local water and food. Avoid unusual local intoxicating drinks and hallucinogenic drugs, smoking or inhalers, as well as any other unusual local practice that appears to present potential health risks. If your retirement travel destination is unusual or exotic, research local health risks and plan and prepare accordingly. Don't return home sick and ailing with a long-term condition complicating your health. Security. Your security from assault and theft can also be an issue with retirement travel. The greater vulnerability and lesser awareness of traveling retirees can make retirees attractive targets for criminals intent on harm or theft. Learn from your travel research and local representatives the security risks. Stay out of areas from which local representatives warn you. Avoid offers of rides or other services from individual vendors outside the regular and approved service offerings recognized by your transportation and accommodations providers. Don't travel alone in insecure locations. Keep others in your party or group informed of your whereabouts and plans, in case you go missing, so that they'll come looking for you. Do not travel with large amounts of cash. Follow the recommendations of your transportation and accommodations providers for the form of credit or debit card, pay app, or traveler's checks with which to travel. Keep your cards, cash, checks, devices, and other personal items on you in enclosed and hidden pockets or pouches secured to your person. More than anything, be conscious of security at all times when traveling in unfamiliar areas. Assess every new situation for security risks. Check in with family so that they too can monitor your whereabouts.